I'm just out taking a walk on this beautiful, unseasonably warm fall day. And as I was walking, I was also praying. I love to talk to God on my walks. And something that I also learned more recently in my faith journey about hearing God is something I thought you could probably benefit from as well. So when I first started this journey, I thought that God spoke to us in these like big ways, meaning when someone says, I heard God tell me this, or God impressed upon me, in my mind, I'm like, oh, there's going to be this big audible voice, this like clear as day communication. And that's not always the case. It's actually most often not the case. So how does God communicate with us? How do we hear him? First, we have to leave open communication. We have to start that relationship with him. We have to be willing to receive, willing to hear him. So there's that first opening up our hearts, our minds, our ears. And then understanding that the way that you're expecting him to communicate and speak to you may not be the way that he's going to do it. So how does he speak to us? How do we hear God? Well, I'm going to start off by saying I am not the expert on this, but here's what I've learned. God speaks to us all in different ways. So just like he's made us each unique and each so different, he's going to communicate to us in ways that would be unique to us. Some examples. I've had times where I'm a very audible person. I love music. And so God will speak to me through songs. He will speak to me through lyrics in music. I could be praying about something and talking to God, and a song will come up on my Spotify just randomly, and it will be exactly what I need to hear. That's God speaking to me. It might be in just a sense of a feeling. So we know that his perfect peace surpasses all understanding. His perfect peace surpasses all understanding. We don't need to understand it. We can't necessarily understand it. But there have been times where I felt so overwhelmed, so at capacity, so afraid. And I have just felt and connected to this sense of peace. So a feeling within me, an inner knowing that it's going to be okay, that I'm just not alone. And it's a somatic experience. That's another way that he speaks to me. I hear God and I see him on my walks as I'm walking around. I see his grace as the leaves fall down from the trees. I feel his comfort as the sun hits my skin. I hear his promises and see his promises all around when I look at nature and the promise that it has. This promise that although the leaves may change, although the leaves may turn color and fall to the ground, there is a promise that they will grow back again, that there will be renewal, that there will be growth, that there will be transformation, and that's a promise. And so that reminds me of the seasons that I go through as well, where, sometimes I'm going to fall apart and it's going to look like I have nothing left. But what's happening within is this incredible transformation. Maybe I'm in a grief cocoon. Maybe I'm in the process of renewing and recalibrating and changing. But it's okay to have those seasons too. God speaks to me through others. How often, I can't even count how often I've gotten messages from friends who've just, been guided to pray for me who maybe I've reached out to for support, and they've just said the right thing. Exactly what I needed to hear. So all this to say, and I'll add to Instagram, social media, how many times you've opened your phone and you've just got like the perfect message at the right time, and it's been exactly what you needed to hear. So God uses it all. He speaks to us in so many different ways. But if we're waiting for this like big audible voice that's going to speak to us and tell us exactly what to do, we might be missing out all of the beautiful and consistent ways that God is talking to us, that He is communicating to us. And so I wanted to just encourage you here, if you're feeling like you can't hear God, or that, oh, this person hears God because they're more faithful, or they know God more, or God loves them more. That's not the truth. It's just a matter of intentionally opening your ears to hear, opening your eyes to see, expecting Him to speak to you, because He's already talking. But maybe you've just been looking in the wrong places. Maybe your expectation has been blocking you from all the other ways He's showing you that He's there, that He loves you, that He's speaking to you, that He's guiding you. And maybe you're going to hear Him louder than ever today. And I'm praying that over all of you right now, that God opens your ears to hear Him, opens your eyes to see Him in all the ways that He's showing up in your life, all the ways He's communicating to you and loving you.